Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this Mystical Gaming. Grab yourself a cuppa, we're jumping into Watch Your Realms. Now I've placed my defence down for GvG or Guild Wars. It's ready to go, there's a couple of days left before we have to actually, it actually starts now. Quick one, I have done both. I've done the tower and I've done the central keep as well. So we'll go over the 4 teams in total, 2 for each place, and just make sure that my mind's set on what I did as I went through placing them. Okay, so we'll just go through those. Now I haven't fully finished leveling everyone up or gearing them up, that sort of thing, so the BP's a little bit low, but they're in essentially what I think is roughly the right places. So if we go and have a quick look, there we go, we can see that we're missing artifacts and gear and that sort of thing. So my tank hasn't got any gear on at the moment, but if you're going to put gear on your tank, preference I'd say would be to go for a proper tank set. So whether that's the Guardian set or Untempered Will, then you're going to reduce that. You're going to get that damage mitigation there from the Tempered Will. You'll get the damage reduction of 15% and damage taken minus 15%. So they're sort of both the same, really. But Tempered Will gives you some other stuff as well. So bear that in mind, it ups your defense. But make sure that you've got a proper tank set on if you're actually going to place them on, if you're going to use a tank. Now this is my first deployment, I suppose, my first go. I've placed the tank down. I've only gone with 1 tank. I've then gone with an unknown at the bottom. I've gone for eye at the top there. I'm hoping that it should be able to put down quite a bit of those ice crystals, because I am quite susceptible. I'm aware of that I am susceptible to only having 1 tank and therefore getting swarmed. So hoping that eye will actually slow everything down for me enough for either Ajax and Pope to be able to kill them off. And I'm also quite aware that Pope is well in line for Guardian Guard. So if Guardian Guard comes across just here below my tank, then theoretically they will be able to strike Pope as well. So I am quite cognizant, and we'll sort of see how it pans out. But feel free to come and have an attack if you want. I've got no qualms about it. I don't shield it off and not let anyone see it and all that sort of stuff. I'm not that far in the game on this account to worry about that sort of stuff. So there we go, that's the first team I've put together there. I quite like the concept. I've seen it a few times around on the Forerunner with eye actually slowing everything down, and it gives sort of enough time for your other DPS to sort of kill everything down. Make sure that you've got your eye going fast enough so you can get those crystals down fast enough for you as well. Okay, so I'll sort of see how it goes. Now remember, you don't need to have everything maxed out as much as you'll see on some of the endgame players, because you'll be playing with your peers as well. So sort of adjust where you're sitting in the leaderboard and how your guild is doing. Right, so this is Tower 2. I thought I would try 1 up here and then sort of 1 over there, just to sort of see the difference of them. Now there's a couple of things on this. So firstly, there's our tank there. We've just gone for the 1 tank again, so susceptible to the swarm obviously again. However, we've got Ingrid coming up there, and she can come all the way across, so she should be able to wipe everyone out if we try and get a swarm on. Hopefully we'll be able to slow them down enough, and then Ingrid will be able to use her AoE just to nuke everyone out the way. Bear in mind that she is susceptible again to a Guardian Guard coming down. She does sit squarely on that slot and she could be hit, so I do have to be worried about that. That's probably where I'm weakest at that point, but I sort of felt that I'd try a couple of things. Now she is out of range for the healing as well, but the healer I've used specifically for this, he can actually, according to his Redemption of Agony, he can actually heal someone out of range. And then his exclusive artifact that I've had to put on him is, because it has a 50-50 chance that it will reset the cooldown. If it doesn't reset the cooldown, I think it's on a 15-second cooldown. If it does, then he can double stack it without too many problems there. Okay, so that's the way I'm sort of getting around her being out the healing range. So we'll sort of see how that pans out for me. Like I say, she's sat a little way out of the healing. And then we've got Magna up there as well. Now I still haven't finished promoting her up, and what else have I got to do to her? I've probably got to do some skills on her as well, so we get those done while Corridor of Glory's on. But she's got the knockback as well, and also remember that she buffs everyone around her as well. So everyone who's booked around her, so DPS, Ingrid, that sort of thing, she will be buffing up as well. So that's quite handy with her being there as well. And then lastly for my team, I've got Honora as well, who's coming up in the limited summon. So she's down there, and she should be able to do enough AoE damage, and again she should be able to nuke everyone down fast enough for me. I hope really slow them down so they're stuck in Ingrid's way. So that's sort of the plan with it, really, and we'll see how it pans out. Right, here's the first of the keeps. So this is the keep. I've seen this used quite a bit. The tank is far enough away to not worry about having to have bookkeepers attack them, that sort of thing. And then you've got an Ingrid coming all the way down. Again, it's quite an Ingrid-centric map, that. If you've got a using her, there we go. There's Magda again. She's up there. She's going to be buffing everyone around her. And then we've got Ajax again leaning over, and he's going to actually also be on that lane where everyone's coming up that far left-hand side. Again, he'll either be able to do the AoE damage to them, or he'll be able to debuff them as well. So hopefully that'll be all right. Healer wise, I've probably gone with the wrong healer. I might swap that and put Lily up there as well. I think she'll probably work out better as a healer for this, but there we go. That's sort of my first kit. I'm not really sort of set on the keep. I think it's okay, but it sort of depends where the guild want to put me. So I make sure that I do, again, 2 for the keep and 2 for the tower. I've put myself in a tower, but if there's a requirement to move me around, then whoever's running it can feel free to do it. They're not sort of tied or restricted by the fact that I haven't put a team together. Right, keep 2. Don't know how this one's going. I'm quite concerned about it. A couple of concerns. Firstly, the bottom bit here does appear that I could be hit with bookkeepers, and Honora over on the left hand side, I think she could be hit with guards as well coming down. So I don't know, and I don't know whether there's enough sort of freeze and frost damage out there to slow everyone down enough. Sort of a bit of a risky one, but I thought I'd try it just to sort of see what happens. I'm not pushing end game, so I haven't really got to worry about it too much. It's more of a fun thing, and is quite relaxing, I feel, at this level. I'll show you the level we're at later, and you can sort of test and adjust where you think you sit from there. So that's what I planned for. I think it would be alright. Would I attack it? I probably would. If I saw it, I would give it a go, and I would probably put a magic resistance tank come down first by himself to let everyone trigger off ultimates. Then after that, I would probably put a pair of bookkeepers down to see if I could get rid of Yermit, and then maybe some Garnet Guards, maybe try and get rid of Nora, and then you could just fly over the top, maybe. I think that would be my rough attempt at it, but I quite like defences that it sort of entice you in to have a fight, and then if you're doing well on getting people to come in and fight and lose against you, if you're clocking up a lot of wins, then you're really helping your guild out then, because they are losing a number of attacks that they can have against your team as a whole. So it's quite nice. And then I think if you want to come and have a fight or attack it, there you go. That's my ID up there. So feel free to come and look me up and hit the friend request and have a go at friendly face off. I've got no issues with that. Oh, nearly level 100 as well. Get in, that'd be nice when that ticks over. There we are. So friends, we've got room for 6 more at the moment. So I don't kick anyone who's being active. So there we go. There's 6 more spaces at the moment. There we are. Back to the start of it. Where now we are only, like I say, I haven't got to worry about it too much. We're just at Plat 1. It's not the Overlord ranks or anything like that, but it is top 25, so hopefully we'll do all right. If there's a requirement for it, I may put out my first couple of fights on this low level, and we'll sort of see how it's going and that sort of thing, and you can have a look at what we do with GvG even down here, and hopefully you can pick up some hints and tips. There are a couple of do's and don'ts, particularly with the likes of bookkeepers or leaving your tanks vulnerable with people around them. I've seen people stagger, they've got a tank down and then they've got some DPS around it. Well, you're just going to send a bomb into that and wipe out the DPS. There's sort of quite a few things you should do and things you shouldn't do, particularly on a new map. So you should be able to pick up some really good points early on before everyone gets the hang of it, if you want to. So that's where we are at the moment. We're only, what's that, top 25%, so I don't think it's too bad. But the rewards within GvG are relatively good. I mean, you get guild coins, that's a plus. You get the dividend as well, so the more guild coins you get, the better off you'll be. you get ancients, that's nice, and you get rewards of more demons as well from the demon chests, and you get skill crystals shards in there as well. So the rewards are good. I think because they really want people to playing it. But there you go. That's the guild I'm in. They've got a cluster, so if you look them up, you should be able to find out where they are. And if you're looking for a guild, come on over, hit their Discord up, and someone over there will look after you. Okay. Now, bear in mind, 2 builds for the tower, 2 builds for the keep, and then that way it will help your guild out as well, for them looking for where they need to put you, that sort of thing. So just help your guild leaders out and just do that as well. It makes their lives much easier. Okay. Now, that's me done. Thank you very much for your time. If you could give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, that would help me out massively. And if you want to attack me, feel free, hit me up with a friend's request. First 6 people I'll quite happily accept, and then we'll go from there, and feel free to come and attack me. Bear in mind, I haven't finished off gearing up or promoting some of the team yet, so that's still got to be done. Okay, right, thank you very much. See you again tomorrow. Cheers, goodbye.